Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio with Preston, the Sports Cheetah, and Ralph Michaels. We're going to take a look. It's the NBA All-Star break, guys, this weekend, and we're going to take a look here at some NBA teams that we think present maybe some value for a future bet for the second half. And then Ralph's going to share us a three-point contest for this weekend, and excited to hear his analysis for that one. We'll save that for last, Ralph. I'll start with you, Preston. You've got a future bet you think presents a little bit of value for the second half here?
Yeah, well, I actually bet it before the season, and the number is even better than it was before the year, so I figured might as well give it out here. And I actually had a question on another show yesterday from our good friend Adam Burke. He said, is there any team in the East that you think could give the Cavs a run if they were to make a deal? And the one that came up was actually either Toronto or Boston, trading for Serge Ibaka potentially, or Paul Millsap. And then the Raptors trade actually happened yesterday with Ibaka. But I still like Boston. I think they're about 2.5 games back from the Cavs. And now Kevin Love's out for 6 to 8 weeks for Cleveland. In Boston, Avery Bradley, their second best guard, has been out for a while, and he still has an Achilles issue. It's going to be a while after the All-Star break till he gets back. And Horford missed like a month earlier this year, and they're still where they're at. I think they're a team that still is kind of yet to really put it together. And if they end up getting the 1 seed because of this Cleveland injury with Love and Cleveland kind of being lackadaisical every other night all year, plus 975 is the number that we found, and I think that offers a ton of value. If they're the 1 seed, they're at home again in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cavs. That's really, really hedgeable, and you can lock up a profit either way, and that's to win the East. So almost 10 to 1 to win the East. I'll take a shot against Cleveland here with Boston. They still have a lot of assets and guys that if they want to make a deal, whether it's Millsap or someone else, they have time and the ability to do it. So we'll see if they get that guy to kind of improve their roster even more too.
And when this guy says something about a futures bet, you got to take notice with it because you're becoming Mr. Future, and I
can't win anything else, but I can win futures.
Yeah, you go. Well, whenever you're cashing 500 to 1 futures, that's okay,
That's true. It evens out.
A little bit. But for those that don't know, Preston, right here on video at the beginning of the football season, quote said, with the injury to Tony Romo, I think Dak Prescott is worth a bet for Offensive Rookie of the Year. If Romo's out and he gets to play, you never know what can happen. And he, even beyond your wildest dreams, did you think he would have that kind of season?
Yeah, he's not going to have that great of a season. And then I just thought it was another way to run bad because Ezekiel Elliott had a great season and he was supposed to win it. So when I got a text that he won, I wasn't even watching or following. I actually didn't really believe it. I thought it was a joke, so I had to check Twitter. And it was good news. Lost it all the next day in the Super Bowl on the under, but it was a good day at least that evening.
All right. Before we get to you, Ralph, I'll go with mine. And now I'm worried. I'm going against Mr. Future here because I'm taking a different team in the East, trying to knock off the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that's the Washington Wizards. I look at them, and I like the way this team's playing. As we're going to press here on Wednesday, 17-3 their last 20 games. They've been phenomenal at home all season. The knock on this team at the beginning of the season and during this run is that they're not a deep team. And I address that. They're not. They go about 6 deep. But because they've been playing so well, they've had a lot of games where they've had big leads. They've been able to get guys in and get some quality minutes in the last couple of weeks, which is giving them some more depth. They're getting the experience and getting to play. But the thing is, when you get to playoff time, the depth is not as big of a factor, barring injury, as it is during the regular season. Because in the playoffs, you're never going to get a situation of a back-to-back game or 3 games in 4 days where fatigue becomes a big issue. So I like this young team. They've been able to, make the playoffs. They've got some experience. We know the Cavs are the team to beat. Kevin Love being out for the 6 weeks. If they just stay where they're at, he's going to come back with fresh legs, which actually is going to be an advantage going into the playoffs. But I think that, yes, Boston is definitely a team to be reckoned with. But at 12 to 1, the way Washington's playing right now, I think they're worth a shot here. And just like Boston, if they get there, there's going to be hedge opportunities.
Quick thing before we get to Ralph's. I don't know if you knew this. It was as of like 2 weeks ago, this lineup for the Wizards hit 100 minimum minutes played. It's the best, most efficient plus-minus lineup in the entire NBA. It's when they bring in Kelly Oubre Jr. off the bench instead of Morris. So it's the Gortat, Porter, Beal, Wall, and Ober Jr. It's like almost double the next best lineup of the entire NBA, which is, I think, the 5 you'd guess on the Warriors. So if that 5 can go for a lot of minutes, like you're saying in the playoffs, no injuries, and you don't have to worry about as much depth, they definitely could make a run.
It's refreshing how enthusiastic they are. They're not afraid to share their emotions. Turn into the All-Star game. Let's get excited. Little 3-point contest. Now, again, this is a fun bet. It's the All-Star game, and I'm looking just to have some fun here. I'm going to not use Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving. Thompson won last year. Irving won in 2013. There are 8 guys. 3 of them are first-year players. I'm going to knock those first-year players out. I don't want to use them. You see players get drained. Going through that process is a very difficult type situation. 2 players are back for their second year. I'm going to look at one of them. Wes Matthews of Dallas was here in 2013, did well, didn't get invited back last year, has a little chip on his shoulder. He's the only player to have 125 or more 3-point shots each of the last 7 years. Again, second year back, knows the system, little chip on his shoulder, not here last year, 10-1. I'm ignoring the favorite, obviously, but a nice long shot. I'm going to take Wes Matthews from the Mavs, 10-1, 3-point contest.
All right, great stuff, Ralph. And don't forget, guys, every Friday at WagerTalk, it's Flashback Friday. What's that mean? Well, instead of paying the normal rates of $12 or $20 for a play on Friday, we roll back the prices back when I had hair to $7. You can check it out, Flashback Friday, each and every Friday during the basketball season. Get every daily package available for just $7. We'll be back with more here at WagerTalk.com.